Aristotle. At age 17, Aristotle was sent to Athens to enroll in Plato's academy. He spent 20 years as a student and a teacher at that school. He had a great amount of respect and criticism for his teacher Plato. In 342, Aristotle was summoned to Macedonia by King Philip II to tutor his son, the future Alexander the Great, a meeting of great historical figures that, in the words of one modern commentator, made remarkably little impact on either of them. In the same year that Aristotle opened the Lyceum, his wife, Pythias, died. Soon after, Aristotle embarked on a romance with a woman named Hercules, who hailed from his hometown of Stagirria. According to some historians, Hercules may have been Aristotle's slave, granted to him by the Macedonian court. They presume that he eventually freed and married her. Regardless, it is known that Hercules bore Aristotle's children. Greek philosopher Aristotle made extreme contributions to nearly every aspect of human knowledge, from logic to biology to even ethics. Even though he overshadowed in ancient times the work of his teacher Plato, Aristotle's surviving writings were inconceivably influential. In Arabic philosophy, Aristotle was known simply as the first teacher, and in the West, back then, he was the philosopher. Lyceum was the one Aristotle probably composed most of his 200 works, of which only 31 survived. The surviving works of Aristotle are grouped into 4 categories. The Organon is a set of writings that provide a logical toolkit for use in any physiological or scientific investigation. Next comes Aristotle's theoretical works, most famously his ideas on animals and cosmology. Then the other 2 are physics and the metaphysics. Aristotle was born in 384 BC in Stagirria in northern Greece. Both of his parents were born members of traditional medical families, and his father, Nicomas, served as a physician to King Antimus III of Macedonia. His parents died while he was young, and he was likely raised by his family's home in Stagirria. At the age of 17, he was sent to Athens to enroll in Plato's academy. He spent 20 years as a teacher at that school. Aristotle was born in Stagirria, Greece. Aristotle's father was Nicomas. Aristotle's name means the best purpose. When he turned 18, he shifted to Athens to pursue his education at Plato's academy. He left Athens somewhere in 348 to 347 BC, spending almost 20 years in the city. After Aristotle's father died, Proximus of Atarius, who was married to Aristotle's older sister, became Aristotle's guardian until he came of age. When Aristotle turned 17, Proximus sent him to Athens to pursue a higher education. At the time, Athens was considered the academic center of the universe. In Athens, Aristotle enrolled in Plato's academy, Greece's premier learning institution, and proved an exemplary scholar. Aristotle maintained a relationship with Greek philosopher Plato himself as a student of Socrates in his academic for 2 decades. Plato died in 347 BC because Aristotle had disagreed with some of Plato's physiological treatises. Aristotle did not inherit the position of director of the academy, as many imagined he would. In 322 BC, just a year after he fled to Chalcis to escape persecution under charges of impiety, Aristotle contracted a disease of his digestive organs and died. In the century following his passing, his works fell out of use, but were revived during the 1st century. Over time, they came to lay the foundation of more than 7 centuries of philosophy. Mainly regarding his influence on philosophy, Aristotle's works influenced ideas from late antiquity all the way through the Renaissance. Aristotle's influence on Western thoughts in humanities and social sciences is largely considered unparalleled, with the exception of his teachers Plato's contributions and Plato's teacher Socrates before him. Aristotelianism is a tradition of philosophy that takes its defining inspiration from the works of Aristotle. The works of Aristotle were initially defended by the members of his old school, and and later on by the Neoplatonists, who produced many commentaries on Aristotle's writings. In the Islamic world, the works of Aristotle were translated into Arabic. Aristotelianism became a major part of the early Islamic philosophy.